Well, next we have Mr. Curtis Jacques talking about the family program. The thing I love about Curtis is when he talks to a customer, he finds a way to say it the exact right way where it makes sense and resonates with them. And it'd be great if everyone could be a business gift customer, but everyone does have friends, family, relatives that they could give Cutco to, and the people that already own Cutco are some of our best prospects. So here to help us widen the net for what people can buy and who they can buy it for, the one and only Mr. Curtis Jacques.
Hello, hello. I'm excited to talk on this program because I think that this program, the family program, is definitely something more than just a brochure that I created or I made up. A lot of people say, oh, Curtis is a unicorn. We can't do anything that Curtis does. I think that that's just not true. I think what it is that what I do is so simple that most people out of the blue and I just make things.
Can anybody else hear Curtis, or is it just me that lost him? Oh, it's just me. Okay.
You. I can hear him.
Okay. So the big thing for me is just understanding that this program can really transform your business quickly. I know that we're all trying to find the shiny penny in our business that can just make it revolutionary and like it could be the thing. And I think that this is a program that people sleep on so badly in our business that it is the fastest and quickest way for you to get not only orders right there, but get big orders and get them more often than you waiting for the random person that's going to buy business gifts or that random person that is going to walk up to the booth and buy a Cutco kitchen, right? This program is literally designed for us to take advantage of a customer that's already buying and get them to buy more or think about buying at a grand scale. Okay. I wrote here, for me, it's a strategic program to create immediate orders, but also to create future orders in that show that we're working. So, like the state fairs, most people know year after year when you're there, we're seeing a lot of our past customers. If we utilize this program correctly, what we're going to do is we're going to see year after year after year, our business goes better and better and better because more people are just walking up to the booth. Hey, my daughter's about to get married. Hey, I have a grandson that needs to get some Cutco. It's that time of the year, right? We promote at the state fair that the best time of the year to buy is at the state fair. And the reason why is because these are our biggest, best shows. If it's not the state fair, it could be Erie County Fair, it could be whatever fair that you're working, right? But understanding that the family program should be the thing that you should focus on with every single customer that you talk to, whether they're a new customer or a past customer. This is a program that has to be brought up with every single customer, right? Not only for those shows that we're doing now, but also for when your holiday sale goes out, when it's Christmas time, when they get the catalog. Anytime the customer thinks of giving a gift, they should be thinking of the family program that Cutco has created, right? So, what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the stuff today to help you guys identify when to bring up the family program, how to bring it up, and how to navigate a customer through that program as well. Okay. First thing I have right here is write this down. You should be bringing this program up with every single customer, no matter what. Now, what I mean by this is that most of us, we know that the program is there, but we only bring it up when we feel like it needs to be brought up. The program is designed to be used as a tool to get them to buy. So, what I want you guys to do is bring it up with every single customer. If they're a new customer, this should be brought up anyways, right? If they're a past customer, it should be almost one of the first things that you bring up, and then you continually talk about it while you're trying to sell them more stuff as well, right? This program is designed to create an excuse, okay, for customers to get a discount. Now, if you're a representative that's like, I'm not giving discounts, I don't do that, that's fine. But this program is designed for you to get the ball rolling with a customer and get them to think outside of the box. And what I noticed when I created this program is we all know when that customer's at the booth and they're kind of awkward and you're just like, what do I say? What do I do? How do I fill in that like annoyance, that avoidance, right? And that's where this program came up. Because I was like, well, if they're going to be awkward, I might as well just throw out this Hail Mary to them just to see if it connects with them, see if it's something that they might want or might take advantage of, right? So by me doing this, I really figured out exactly when to bring up the family program with the customers properly. And I think that it's very important that you guys know how to bring it up so that it can be the most effective when it comes to the business, right? So I wrote this down. Past customers, you need to bring it up in your power intro. You need to bring it up in your closing. And you also have to bring it up in your let go. Okay. So I'm going to go over all three of those. No, I do not have a script for this. I'm just teaching you guys so that you guys know exactly when to bring it up and how to bring it up so that when you're working with that past customer, you know what I mean by when I say closing or the let go, right? First thing is when you have past customers and it comes to the power intro. The way that you bring it up in the power intro is you just simply say, now, I don't know if you know who I am, but I'm Curtis. I've been working with Cutco for over 20 plus years. Okay. I work with over 26,000 clients. And the main reason why I'm here at the state fair is to help you as the customer find exactly what you need and what you want and become your liaison or your concierge. Now, the great thing that you need to know is that I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you because if you already own Cutco, that means that you get the best discounts already. But what I want to do is make sure that you see all of the new products and you also understand that Cutco has changed a lot of things as well. One of the big things that Cutco has changed is the way that our past customers buy Cutco. We have different programs now that are designed specifically for you as a past customer. First thing that we have is our upgrade program. If you are a past customer and you already have a set, we have a program that's designed for you to buy an extra couple pieces and then we can get you a bigger block and then you can add on. That's called our upgrade program. The best program that Cutco has created and is still the best program that you want to take advantage of is called our family program. This program is designed for our past customers to give the gift of Cutco to not only their loved ones, so it could be their children, their grandchildren, their aunts, their uncles, their moms, their grandmothers, their grandfathers. It's designed so that you can give the gift of Cutco knowing that they're going to have Cutco in their house. But it's also an excuse for you to get a bigger discount on Cutco because you can also utilize this program for second homes, campers, RVs. You can also give it out to anyone or anything. Or if you're just simply that person that's like, yeah, I want to add a couple things on, we can definitely work on this family program and help you out, whether that's the cookware, the flatware, or any of our gadgets or accessories. And then the third program that we started is our business gift program. That's for those business owners that are looking to add a gift for their clients or to their employees to leave a lasting impression with them as well by branding their business with Cutco. Right? So I bring that up in the power intro. And then after I do that, I go, now, would you guys like to look at one of those programs or would you guys like me to show you some of the new products that have come out in the last few months? Wait for them to respond. If they don't respond, then that's all like, hey, just want to let you know, right? Or when was the last time you saw Cutco? Oh, we haven't seen it for 7 years. Oh, great. Well, here's definitely some things I want to definitely show you and then go through that. So that handles that awkwardness that's right there, right? Next thing I have is at the closing. Once you know they're about to close, whether let's say it's their upgrade or they're buying just like a buy four, get one free, or whatever the heck it is that they're buying, what you want to do is you want to say this line. Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you this, but is there anyone that you would want to buy for in our family program? Or is there anyone that is getting married, needs a set? Is there someone's house that you go to that you just absolutely hate their knives and you think that they should have a few pieces? Is there anyone that's hosting a holiday that you might need a gift for? Right? Because you guys have got to know we're at the end of the year. So Thanksgiving, Christmas is right there, right? Have that there at your closing, right? I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you this. But if you add on a gift or something for a family member, we can take what you're already buying and put it into the family program with the gift or the extra pieces or extra Cutco you want to buy to give you an even bigger discount than what I've already given you. Okay. Do you see where I give them an excuse to spend more money because I'm utilizing the program that will help them get that extra discount? And just by saying that line, hey, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you this. But if you pick out something, right? There's so many times where I'll be working the fair and then they go, the wife will look at the husband and go, yeah, what about Johnny? What about, Stephanie? What about, you know what I mean? And then they start naming their children. And then that's where you listen and you go, okay, so they have at least one child. And you go, okay, um, so Stephanie, how old is Stephanie? Right? Start asking questions. Is that the only child that you have, or do you have two or three children? Because I want to let you know that if you buy it for one, the others want it too, right? And so many times by bringing that up at the end or at the closing, I'll have someone that's buying their upgrade, and the next thing you know, they're like, "Yeah, we want to add on 3 homemaker sets." Okay, you talk about moving the needle. Okay, using the family program is going to move the needle at your shows. Okay, and that's why we have to make sure that we bring it up at the correct timing. Okay, so that's the closing and how to bring it up at the closing. Use it as an excuse, right? Hey, I want to give you an excuse to buy more, but it's an excuse for you to give them a bigger discount. Okay, whether that's a free peeler or whatever you want to do as a discount. Okay, and then the next thing I have on here is past customer let go. Okay. It is very important that when you're leaving your Cutco or letting your your customer leave the booth, that you have your famous let go, or you have an area there where you're like, hey, now don't forget, I'm going to be your rep from now on. My name's Curtis. Da 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 da. You know how we all have that let go there. Okay. But what you want to do is when you give them the brochure, you want to talk about the family program again. Okay. Now I know that you're buying for yourself here today. But like I said, if anytime you think of anyone that needs Cutco or you want Cutco or you have any type of opportunity to give Cutco away as a gift, please reach out to me so that we could utilize the new family program. Okay. I don't want you to miss out on discounts and not knowing that Cutco has an extra discount that's for people that love to give the gift of Cutco. Right. And as you guys know, if someone gives out Cutco as a gift, they know how that is received and how people want more and more of it. So what we're doing is we're getting ahead of the game to let those customers know, hey, anytime you need Cutco, I'm your guy. I'm the person. I'm the person. Right. And then I also let them know. And if you know that someone's getting married next fall or next year, let me know so that I have it on your wish list, right? Make a wish list with them at the let go. Okay. Is there anyone next year that you might need a gift for? Or is anyone getting married soon? Or anyone engaged? Anything like that? Anyone buying a second home, an RV, right? Get that information, have it logged in there so that next year when you give out your tickets, you can put that in their little card that says, hey, I know that Jennifer's getting married at the end of the year. You could either call me before the state fair or come to me and see me at the state fair because I have an exclusive discount on our family program specifically for Jennifer, right? Get ahead of the game, right? So that's past customers, right? Use it in the power intro, make sure you use it in the closing, and you put it in your let go. And it's very important that you leave them with that information because what it does is it creates a space for them to think of other people while they're at the state fair, right? Um, when you close them and you leave them with a great taste in their mouth, they're going to walk around and they're going to think about the family program as the last interaction that you had with them. And I've had it so many times where I'm at a fair where they leave the booth, they're all excited, they're ready for their upgrade, and then they come right back. This happens at Texas State Fair all the time to me, where they'll come right back like maybe 4 hours later, and they're like, "Hey, we called our son, we called our daughter, we decided that they want Cutco as well. So can you buy them a set? Can we get them this? Can we get added on?" I love that right? And I know it happens at New York State Fair because we all know when it rained, I did that, and then it rained and they ran into the building, and then it's pouring, downpouring, and here they come in between the tent walls, and then all three of the family members bought as well, right? Because they were so excited about the family program that I created and talked to them about, that they were like, okay, we've been to the state fair a bazillion times and we've never pulled the trigger, and now it's time to do it, right? So just know that if you create that space for them, they're going to do it. Okay. So new customers. Most people on not only this team, but nationally, we don't bring up the family program at all with new customers. And I don't know if that's just because we're afraid that if we bring it up with a new customer, that we might lose the order, or the customer might get confused, or they don't understand why we're trying to get them a bigger discount if they buy multiple sets. Okay. I think it's foolish that if you don't bring it up to a new customer, that you think something bad's going to happen. Okay. I know that we get really excited about a new customer because it's like, hey, they're getting introduced to Cutco. It's the first time they know about Cutco. We just want them to get their set of knives and enjoy it. But it's the same thing when you're doing a Cutco kitchen, right? A lot of us focus so much on the set and closing that set that we forget that there's other avenues and other things for customers to buy. If a customer is sitting there and they're about to buy an Ultimate for $3,000, okay, on a whim, that probably tells you that that person can also afford more Cutco for more family members and for second homes and RVs and campers. And it's foolish that if you don't bring it up to them, that they're never going to know, right? And I've seen it so many times where a customer will leave, and then a couple weeks later or a month later, I'm talking to a rep that was at the fair, and they're like, "Yeah, you remember that guy that bought the signature set from me? He got his knives, loved them so much that he actually called and ordered another set." And then I go, "Well, did you even tell him that he could order multiple sets?" And they're like, "No, I was just so focused and so worried that he wasn't going to buy the first set that I didn't even think about it." And I'm like, "Ooh, okay, well, you should bring it up." Okay, so I have here when to bring it up with a new customer. You need to bring it up at the close, and you need to do it at the let go. Okay. And what I mean by the close is that it should be an excuse for you to try to upsell them. Okay. The family brochure is literally our tool to just shove something in their face and be like, hey, you need to buy more. This is not enough, right? We have a program that's designed specifically for you to get a better deal. So I have to talk to you about it because I wouldn't be doing my job, right? So new customers bring it up towards the close, right? Now, I know that you guys are buying this set for your home. Now, is this your primary home, or is this your secondary home? Or are you just buying a set because you just have to have a set of knives now, right? I ask that question because they could be in an apartment or it's not their home or whatever. So I don't want to make them feel awkward that they're like, well, we don't have a home, right? This is for our apartment complex. So that's why I asked that last one. Or are you just buying a set for yourself? If they say this is for our primary home, and then I just make a joke. Oh, so your primary home. So that means you have like a secondary or RV or a camper or another. And they go, oh, I wish I had a second home. Okay. So when you do that, then you already know where they're at, right? They're not going to buy it for a second home. Okay. Now, quick question for you guys. Do you guys have any children? Um, you can tell if they have children. If it's a 20-year-old that's standing in front of you and they're a new customer, please don't ask them if they have children, right? Oh, do you guys have children? No, you know that they're young enough that they don't have it. We know that our primary customers that are at our booth are in their 50s and 60s. So it's okay for us to ask them. And because they'll say, oh, we haven't had a good set of knives for the last 40 years since we got married, right? If they say something like that, that tells you right there that they probably have a second home or they have kids, right? So that's where you bring this up at the end, right? And then you do it again. Hey, I want to let you know about this program that Cutco started. We don't bring it up to every single customer because it's actually a discount tool for Cutco. So what they do is they know that when people are buying Cutco for the first time, we're already going to give them a deal. We're going to help them out because we want them to absolutely love Cutco. But we have this other program that's called our Friends and Family program. It's designed for customers that know that they are going to love their Cutco and they're going to be excited about it. And they might have a second home or an RV, or they know that they need knives in a different location than just their primary location. And it's also something that's designed so that if you know that your children have bad knives, your mom and dad have bad knives, or you know anyone else that has terrible knives, it's a way where you can tack on extra set of knives or a couple sets to get an even bigger discount than the discount already going on here at the state fair. Now, like I said, the discount going on at the state fair is the best deal that we do all year long. But this program here, our family program, is designed for you to get an even bigger discount than the normal discount that we do here at the show. And we all know that here on the team that we do the discount that's standard across the board with the team. But if someone's going to add on a second homemaker or a third homemaker or four homemakers, there is a little wiggle room where you can give them an even better deal to close that deal. Okay. Maybe give them $20 off per set. You know what I mean? Something like that, right? Um, but what I want you guys to do is know that we want to create a picture, or we want them to feel like this program is designed for them to get more than what they're already getting at the state fair. Okay, because we've already painted that picture that they're getting the best deal. Now it's time to paint that picture like, hey, if you really, really want a good deal, take advantage of this program. Okay, and we do that towards the close, right? If the customer's like, no, 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 we just want to get a set for us, hey, that's where you're like, hey, I'm totally with you. I just wanted to let you know that we have this program because I don't want to be that guy where, you call me later and say, oh, we need another set. And I didn't tell you here at the show. And then you end up paying more later than buying it now. Well, it's on a better deal, right? Do you see how we switched that conversation really quick? Oh, no, I totally get it. I just didn't want to be the guy that didn't tell you the information, right? And customers know that right when you do that before the close, they know that you're on their side and you're not just trying to be there to take the order, right? Because genuinely, we want to give them a great deal if we know that they want to buy more, right? And then what we do is that we close that set. So if they say, yeah, how much would it be for this? Or what if we add this, right? Go through your normal way of showing them your discounts and how to get those discounts. But if they're like, nope, we just want this, okay, great. I'm so glad that you guys are ready to get your set of knives. I can't wait for you to get them, use them, love them. Now, I just want to let you know that if any of your family members come over and they absolutely love the Cutco, you can send them to me and I will give them the friends and family discount. But the thing that's great about it is I'll give you a little kickback too, where you can get some free stuff as well, right? Get that customer jazzed up and excited about the family program, right? And we know at New York State Fair, especially, that they come multiple times, right? And I've had it multiple times at New York State Fair where I bring up the program with the new customer. I rush ship their new knives to them on the first weekend. They get it, and then all of a sudden, here comes their family members up to the booth because I told them about the family program. They bring them up. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is my aunt. I told her about the family program. She wants Cutco." And then what we do is we just work on it right there, close sets really quickly, right? That wouldn't happen if we didn't bring it up to a new customer. Second thing I have here is at the let go with the new customer. It's exactly how you do it with your past customer, but this way you just remind them, hey, just so you know, New York State Fair is going on for another 7 days. It's going on for another 4 days. It's going on, you know what I mean? It goes on through the holiday, right? I just want to let you know that if you know anyone that needs Cutco, any friends, families, anything like that, they could take advantage of the family program here at the New York State Fair before it closes, right? And if someone loves your knives after the fair and you get your Cutco, reach out to me and I can give you the family program as well. If you do think of a second home, camper, RV, or somewhere else that you would like to get Cutco, please let me know as well. That way we can get you bigger discounts down the road, right? I look forward to taking care of you. I look forward to serving you in the future, whether it's for you or any family members. But just know that I am the guy that's been doing this for And then what do? We reassure them from our power intro. I've been doing this for 23 years. My job here is to simply help you. I have a long-term vision with my customers, and I want my customers to know that I'm not just here at the state fair this year. I'm going to be here for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And if you need anything, I'm here to help you and take advantage of our family program as well. Cool. So that's mostly the stuff that I want you guys to know with the family program. If you guys get a customer that is there and they're just awkward and it's that past customer and you've already showed them the family program and then they're just like standing there and so like, hey, is there anything that you're looking for in particular? And they're like, no, we're just looking. You're like, okay, well, if you're looking, are you looking for like a chopping knife? Are you looking for a fillet knife? Are you looking for anything? Maybe you're just looking for a gift for a friend or a family member, right? And then they're like, well, I wasn't thinking of that. And I'm like, oh, well, do you know anyone that has terrible knives? Right? And they're like, oh, we know a lot of people that have terrible knives. Oh, okay. Well, just so you know, we have this cool program that's going on here exclusively at the show called our Friends and Family Program. We could definitely help you out with that and show you a way where you can give it to people that have terrible knives that you're thinking of as well. Right? So you can always throw it out there, not just at those planned times, but you can throw it out randomly as well. I've had it many times where the brochure is just sitting out and then they just start flipping through the brochure and you're like, oh, are you looking for a family member? Do you have a second home, camper, RV that might need some Cutco? Right? And just go through it that way as well. But the main thing about the family program is that you have to bring it up with customers and you have to strategically utilize it as an excuse, right? To get customers to look at more Cutco or to give the gift of Cutco or just have a way to get a bigger discount at the show as well. Even if it's someone that's all like, oh, well, can I just add on an ice cream scoop for my daughter? Yeah, we can add on the ice cream scoop. And the thing that's great is if you add that on, I can give you a little bit bigger discount than normal. And that's where you'll see me, like with the ice cream scoop, I'll give them 10% off on it, right? Yeah, the ice cream scoop, it's on sale for a blah, right? And the customer's like, oh, cool, let's add that on, right? It gets that gifting started. And then what ends up happening is once they give the gift, the person returns and they go, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And now that customer's hooked where they come every year and get it, right? One of my gold clients, Renee, you guys probably have met her even when I was not at the state fair. She bought an ultimate set and an ultimate upgrade, and she's bought 7 ultimate sets at the state fair in the last 4 years. Okay. And this is all off of the family program. Brings up her brother from Florida, brings up her sister. I mean, it's just a continual thing. And if I didn't bring her up, just think that's, 20K worth of business that was brought up just from one little program, one little brochure. So I'll open it up to Q&A if that's.
Absolutely. I have a question, Curtis. I like the idea of the fairs going on for blank days. Um, so have them come back, but at that point the order shipped. So like you can't how do you handle it when they're like, okay, so if I bring Sarah and John back, like what do I get? Like because some people are just like cool, they get excited about it and they don't want to go into details, but those analytical people that like ask what, I feel like you have to have something to tell them in the moment. Like how do you handle
Yeah.
that?
So, so here's the thing. We all know that when we have a new customer that's at the booth, right? Even if it's a past customer, they have a wish list. They have things that they want. If you do your job properly with Cutco, you should have already had like what's next on the list, right? When you guys do your close, be like, hey, I know that you guys want this here, but what would be the next thing of Cutco you would want to add on to your collection? That should be a question you should be asking after the close. And then what it does, the customer goes, well, when we're ready to order next time, we'll probably get the barbecue tools or we'll get the bacon serve or they'll tell you exactly what they're thinking that they want next. And then that's where you go, oh, well, if you bring any of your friends and family members up, just so you know, before the end of the fair happens, we can get you some crazy deals or we can give you some free stuff. And then that's where you go. So if you really want those bacon
Gotcha.
tools, or the bacon serve, this would be a perfect opportunity for you to bring it up. Shoot, I last year at New York State Fair, I had that one customer that said, "Oh, I'll bring over my friend. I promise. I promise." I'm like, "You bring over your friend. I will give you the new mini vegetable knife." Right? Friend comes over. Friend buys a showstopper set. I know it's not a big order. Yeah, I gave her a mini vegetable knife, but that was just that sign of loyalty to her. And the crazy thing is that the girl that bought the showstopper has already upgraded her set to a signature set, right? And it hasn't even been a year since she did that.
Cool. So you do the what's next then family program that's going on for 8 more days or whatever.
Yep.
That's the order of it.
Yep.
Nice.
Because what we want to do is we want to have ammo for that. Like we don't
Mhm.
just bring it up and be like, hey, yeah, bring your friends, we'll give you free stuff. No, you need to
Right.
have like something that gets them even more jazzed up to bring their friend. And what I do too is I write down their information so that I know who they are and who they're supposed to bring up. So if they said, hey, if I bring up Jennifer by the end of the show, can I get something extra? That's why the last 3 days I send out massive text messages and stuff that's like, hey, we only have 3 days left. The fair is going to be crazy. You said Jennifer was going to come in. Are you guys still planning to come in, or is that something that we need to do next year or follow up with her at a later time? Right.
Cool. So you'll
And
just
but
you'll keep those notes and then send out
100%. So I have
texts.
three prospective customers that I need to get tickets for this year. And I already got their information. And it's going to be like, here's your free tickets. Come see me at the booth.
Cool.
Right. So not only does the friend now get free tickets, but she does too,
Nice.
so that they can plan a date to come in and see me.
That's great. Cool. Other questions for Curtis?
I have a question.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Look at that little baby.
Isn't he
Oh,
perfect?
yes, he's wonderful.
Um, he's doing so good. I didn't think he would sleep this whole time. So I get really caught up with people. Spoke too soon. I get caught up when people are like, what's the specific discount? How much more am I saving by adding this other set that are very number driven? And I
Yep.
feel like I kind of get like, oh, I don't like, oh, it's just the same discount, but just adding another set. Oh, I'll just wait. How do you handle the number
No. So what I
specifically?
do is go, that is a very good question. I have to put it in my program here and I have to like punch in some numbers and see what kind of discount I can do for you. And then what I do is I literally add it into the cart and then I figure out a discount. If it's a CTR, and most of the time it's a CTR for me, where if they're adding on like a signature, I'll CTR my rep account $150, right? But then what I do is then I take that 150 off both of the sets. So I go, so the set price was blah, blah, blah. But now that you're buying a second set, your set is now this price. And the new set will also be that price. So you get an even bigger discount on both sets. Right. And then I go, now when you get your receipt, I want you to know that there is a little thing on there that'll give you that $150 rebate. And that $150 rebate is because you added on an extra set of knives. Does that make sense? So what I do is I go, well, let me look at it. Let me figure out what kind of discount Cutco's doing. Because if they're saving $75 off per set compared to their already agreed set price, they're sitting here going, wow, $75, that's a really good deal. Now, if they're all like, oh, only $75 off, you go, you know what? Let me see if I can do some magic. Let me sharpen my pencil, right? And they go, you better sharpen that pencil. And then you go through it that way as well. So I use the app for sure as a crutch for me to try to come up with their discount, whether it, and it doesn't matter what your discount is versus mine, because that's on you. And you're the one that's closing it. But what I would do is I'd use that as your crutch, the app. Well, let me go online. Let me see what it is for the family program because it's going to be like something a little bit better. Now, if you're not giving them a discount at all, well, that's on you. You could say, hey, instead of giving you the discount on the set because the set's already discounted, they're going to give you all the gadgets for free, and they're going to give you your friend all the gadgets for free as well. So you get double gadgets for free. However, you want to do it, you guys word it however you want. But what I would do is if they're a number motivated person, specifically use that app because it's going to show you the normal retail value. and then you can show them what the customer pays, even if it's full price. They see that huge jump in the discount price, right? And if they're like, well, how much is that per set? You could either divide it, or at that time, you could either give them an extra discount or, CTR or do whatever you want. Um, but that I'm a very big number person myself. So if someone tells me, hey, how much is that set and how much is it now if I add another one on, what I do is I will take the discount and I'll divide it by both so that they know both sets are even cheaper, right? Or what you can do is you can just use the one. Well, if you buy that set, it's even more. So that one now is only 100. It's $150 cheaper if you add that extra one on, right? If you want to use the bigger number. But I find it that if you go, each set is now discounted an extra $75, then they're sitting here going, oh, so each set now has a discount rather than just the one. Makes sense? This thing doesn't do like the one that pops the hearts out.
Cool. Other questions for Curtis? All right. Thank you very much, sir. That was awesome.